Meet the Philips Hue Twilight, the latest sunrise alarm that's all about a high-powered, customizable morning wake-up. But with its steep price tag, is it really worth it? Well, in today's video, I'll break down my spectral testing, what's unique about this lamp, and my opinions after using it for a while. Let's get into it. First, the design is interesting. It's a little phallic, perhaps. I like it, not because it's phallic. I just like minimal designs. The Twilight comes in both black and white and features a cork base that adds a nice natural element to it. It's solidly built and has that quality finish we've come to expect from Philips. But here's the standout feature. Instead of lighting horizontally like most sunrise alarms, the Twilight features a down-firing LED array. So unlike other lamps, this one might be a bit better at reaching your eyes if you're turned the other way. There's also an LED array on the back that creates a more dynamic effect on the wall and helps to illuminate the rest of the room. And the top head swivels 180 degrees so you can decide exactly where you want this light to go. To physically control the Twilight, there are just two main buttons on the top. The Hue button activates the go to sleep automation, while the other button switches through scenes and turns the lamp on and off. Setting up the Hue Twilight is very easy if you're already in the Hue ecosystem, but if you're not, you don't really need to worry about that. It connects over Bluetooth, you don't need the hub or anything like that, and it's very easy to connect. There are a couple other features worth touching on. For example, like I said before, you can cycle through a set of scenes that you set up in the app with the button on top of the lamp. One of the scenes that I tended to use the most was the night light mode. It's just a very warm, pleasant light. At 6 inches, I only measured 6 lux of light, so it's very safe to use at night. And as you can see in this spectral graph, there's basically no blue light here. Now there's also that go to sleep automation that you can activate with the Hue button, and that just basically turns on the light to sort of this warm white that will then slowly fade to off over a set period of time. You can change the duration for this anywhere from 5 to 60 minutes, and you have the option of having that turn off at the end or end in a night light. And I would just have it turn off because you should be in a dark room at night. But okay, let's talk about the sunrise because that is the main feature here and there's actually quite a bit of flexibility. Clicking on the wake up automation, you can set your alarm time and you can change the fade duration from between 5 to 60 minutes. And this is basically just how long the sunrise lasts. You can also change the peak brightness here as well as how long you want the light to stay on after it completes its sunrise. So how did the Twilight do during our testing? Well, the first thing I did was place it inside of our integration sphere to test the total light output in lumens. And at 570 lumens, it's the brightest sunrise lamp that we've tested. Now, I also tested lux at various distances and brightness settings so you know exactly how to use this thing. I recommend starting at about 250 lux since this is what most studies use, and you'll just want to adjust from there. So here's a chart that we made and it shows you essentially pink, white, pink. Darker pink indicates areas where you might experience an early or delayed awakening from using the lamp. So since you'll be about 12 to 18 inches away, somewhere around there, you'll want to maybe set this to like 55, 80% brightness. And then, like I said, you'll just adjust from there. So if you're waking up too early, just turn the lamp brightness down. Or maybe extend the sunrise period because that tends to make it a little more gentle. Or if you're waking up too late, turn that brightness up or shrink the sunrise time. That's kind of like a general rule of thumb. Now the Hue Twilight Sunrise is pretty unique. Unlike all the other sunrise lamps, this one starts at a pale blue like the real sunrise and then slowly rises to a 2700 Kelvin light. So one more thing I like to check is the brightness ramp up curve. I like to see a very gradual climb that then exponentially increases at the end. And that is exactly what we see here. This is a great curve, a beautiful curve. And for those of you that are concerned with flicker, we did measure this with our lab flicker meter and it does have some very high frequency flicker at around 4000 Hertz at full brightness. That gets a little bit worse as you dim it, but this doesn't really fall into any risk categories, so there's probably really nothing to worry about here. For most people, this shouldn't be an issue. So is the Philips Hue Twilight worth it or not? Yes, it's on the pricier side at about $280 at the time of this video, but if you're looking for a high quality, effective wake-up lamp and you're comfortable with smart tech, this is an excellent choice. Granted, it's not a real clock, so there's no clock face and there's no audible alarm features if you're looking for that. So if you're looking for a simpler, more budget-friendly sunrise alarm clock, I recommend checking out my best of video. I'll link to up here and then the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a like. That helps us out a lot. And subscribe if you want to see some more videos on sleep and light tech. See ya!